Now I'm just thinking now, actually, surrendering really is surrendering to the present moment. It's accepting the moment as it is, not how you'd want it to be. I've battled with that coming back from my travels in Asia for 2 years. I was forced to come back because of COVID, and I really battled that for many months. I wanted to be back on the road. I wanted to be travelling. I didn't want to really accept this new world that I'd been and everyone else had been thrown into. One of sort of lockdowns and no travel. I guess like a lot of other travellers, it was kind of a nightmare for me, really. I mean, as a traveller, if you're not travelling, it's like, who are you? What are you doing? And that was my purpose and my identity for the last 2 years. And I kind of had no plans of stopping at that point, at least. So to really surrender to that, surrender to what massive change happened in the world, I think that's probably something that me and all humans are probably going to be grappling with for the next couple of years at least. The absolutely enormous scale of an impact that this world event, this pandemic, has had on everyone's life. How do we surrender and embrace this period, and see it as an opportunity for inner growth, for transformation, an opportunity to go within and to, if we can't travel outside, maybe we can travel within on an inner kind of spiritual journey. Maybe it's a time of reconnecting and recalibrating ourselves. Maybe all this outward activity that we have in the world of doing things, it's been taken away to some extent, and now we're kind of, as humans, we're, depending on where you are in the world, you might be in a lockdown or a situation where you're physically restricted to move freely as you would before, to some varying extent. But yeah, lately I feel like I have surrendered to it more. The more I surrender, the less I suffer, basically. And if and when I'm able to truly surrender to this new life, living in Australia and studying human behaviour, the world has just completely changed, and it's absolutely crazy, really. I guess as a traveller, you always think, well, the world will open in a few years, and that kind of gets you through the back door of surrendering, really, because it is actually really focusing on living life here now, where I'm living it, and not thinking of constantly wanting to travel. You can't do that in the world at the moment, and you can't do that in the world at the moment. It is only B. Only A. So it is really easy to do a kind of partial surrender, where you're like, oh yeah, I'm happy here now in this life, and when the borders open up again in 2 to 3 years, I'll be able to travel again. It's almost letting go of that idea of being able to travel in a way. I mean, I guess I'm always hopeful that I will be able to travel again at some point. And when New Zealand opens up again, I think I'll be the first one to want to jump on that bandwagon. Previously I was thinking about it a lot and looking at travel videos, and now it's sort of moved towards the back of the mind. Obviously it's always still there. I know I always still want to travel at some point in my life again, but I've moved it from the purpose and the meaning and the day-to-day aspect of my life to something in the periphery. and in doing so able to surrender and to be more present to what's happening in front of me. That's not to say that every day is like that. I mean, there's still days where you see a travel video, or you look back on your own travel pictures and it's that feeling of nostalgia, but that's a good thing as well. You can use that as fuel to do more local adventures in your local area. Lately I've been really getting into like inflatable kayaks, because I can pretty much just pump them up and then paddle them from the beach, and I'm plotting quite a few longer expeditions with the inflatable kayaks. So far I've just done some day trips, but yeah, that's kind of these adventures and expeditions and things have really kind of kept me interested and excited, and it's kind of exploring life in a different way, like on the water. But I think that adventurous spirit, I think that never goes, whether you're in one place or whether you're in another. I think the way that you approach life is forever changed because of travel. And yeah, fond memories. Anyway, that's all for today. Peace.